Hey everybody, and welcome back to the final episode of Darksiders. This episode, all we are doing is taking on the Destroyer. We are going up here, I'm going to talk to Azrael, and then we will start the fight. Uriel has already started the fight. It's the angel that we beat in the last, or I guess 2 episodes ago. But she's already started the fight, and we are going to go assist her, even though we already saw her getting destroyed. Doesn't seem like the greatest plan.
Uriel has led the Hellguard against him. It is as you foretold. The Hellguard will fall.
Angel of Death, serve me one last time.
Motherfuckers forgot about war.
She mistook me for someone else. She loved him, and I believe that he loved her long ago, before all this. Foolishly, he chose duty above all, and died for it. Will you do the same? Heaven hunts you. Hell hates you. All of creation cares not whether you live or die. Join me, war. Like a great sword, I will raise you up, and our enemies will shatter against us. The spoils of 1,000 victories will be yours. Or serve the justice of a corrupt council, and a creator abandons his most faithful. I offer you this choice, horseman. Would you serve in heaven, or rule in hell?
I choose what once a coward did not.
Shit talking Abaddon. That looks like he was breathing fire on me, but it was actually just my horse coming. So I didn't really mention this, but I am carrying the Armageddon blade now, rather than my Chaos Eater. I don't know. Oop, there we go. I was like, I don't know where he is. So yes, he did, of course, attempt to bribe me. Joining him. But I called him out. He said, nope, I'm not a fucking coward like you were in life. So he does have kind of an interesting little bit there. Where he does seem to realize that he used to be Abaddon, but he doesn't consider himself Abaddon. He actually got me. Do I need to hit him with my Chaos Form? Trying to remember what to do with this fight. Almost seems like he's running away from me rather than charging at me. Shoot. Let's go ahead and do this. Might as well start off the fight with it. Oh, damn! Okay. I can't use that against him. Dang it. Having a little bit of trouble here. It's okay, I got all that undying just in case. Damn.
You have forced.
Dang. Okay. Ugh. Not what I meant to do. It's a good thing I picked up those Undying, because I think I'm gonna need them. Oh, jeez. Alright. Gonna throw rocks at me again. Oops. They seem to be like bouncing over a bit. What? Oops.
Fall to you.
I wouldn't be so sure about that, buddy.
You have taught me something, Abaddon. Sometimes duty must be cast aside to do what must be done. It is not for duty that I kill you now.
Uriel. Reap what you have sown, betrayer.
You had to know it was a one-way ticket.
Council.
They knew you'd never play executioner because of your precious honor. They let you take the fall. They knew you'd butcher everyone involved to clear your name. And you did.
No!
Patience, whore. I've got some for you, too. I'll take that. If it were to get broken, you might get ideas. Like not going back in your little cage. It's tragic, really. You had freedom in the palm of your hand, and you lost it. What's so damn funny? Even you wouldn't laugh at your own funeral.
I'm laughing at yours.
Next sacramentum. The death oath is complete.
Hell God, bitch! What did you do? No! I'm going to pull your guts out through your halo! Keep getting up. I'll just kill you again. I was just following orders, like you. What are you going to do? Fight the council? Fight everyone? You'll never get away. You hear me? Never! Don't forget who holds the leash.
I haven't forgotten.
You knew. You knew what would happen here, what I would do. That's why you spared me.
No.
Then why?
Because I would not have the last of heaven's honor die with its champion.
All debts are repaid. The duty I uphold, it may call me to raise my sword against you. And if that day comes, I won't hesitate. You will be hunted. The White City for certain. The Council, and there will be others. You would wage this war alone?
No. Not alone.
Yeah, let's hear it for that awesome ending. I love that final line. It's cheesy, but man. Okay, so Joe Madura was the creative director. He has his own company. I believe David Adams has his own company as well now. The Darksiders franchise is actually in the hands of Nordic Games. Darksiders original team. Yeah. So lead level designer and a lead designer, those are two separate things. I mean, it makes sense that they would be, but it's kind of interesting to point out. I'm used to working on teams where we basically have 2 leads at the most, if even. But yeah, so I really like the story of this, even though it is really over the top and kind of cliched. I love that last cutscene there. Everything from after you beat Abaddon on. I really like seeing seeing fucking Mark Hamill get his ass pummeled. But yeah, no, not alone. Come on, that's good. So we have some interesting actors in there. Troy Baker is a pretty common one. Moon Bloodgood. Actually, she wins just because she has a really cool name. But Moon Bloodgood is an actress. She was in Terminator Salvation, and she's on whatever that crappy science fiction Skitters. Whatever the crappy one is about aliens taking over the Earth. It's not a very good show. I don't think she's a particularly great actress, but I've seen her in a number of things, and I don't know, she's good. But man, she has a cool name, Moon Bloodgood. Troy Baker, who did the voice of War, I believe is what that said. I should go back and double check on that. But he does a lot of voices, including Joel from Last of Us. And a bunch of other stuff. I can't think of anything else, but there's a lot. He's one of those people like Steve Bloom that just appears on like everything, and Jennifer Hale and all that. And it's really interesting that they had Mark Hamill in this, because his impression, his voice that he's doing for this is actually not too dissimilar from the voice he does for the Joker in Batman. In fact, the character itself is not really that different, other than he's much more announced, I guess. But yes, I don't know, a lot of these people probably aren't even working in the video game industry anymore, because this studio did shut down. A lot of them went to work for several different companies. The whole thing that happened is THQ here. For those of you that may not know or may not remember, THQ went under. Unfortunately, Darksiders, not Dark Souls, Darksiders 2 was their swan song. The fate of the company as a whole rested on Darksiders 2. And it didn't sell enough copies. It still sold really well. If THQ hadn't been just a disaster before that, it actually would have been a good success for them, even, I believe. I think they sold like 2 million copies within the first couple weeks. But when you have an entire publishing house depending on that, there's just nothing that they can do. And the whole thing is that Jason Rubin was the president of THQ at the time. He was brought in to try to keep the company afloat, basically. And while he was there, it just got more and more obvious that they couldn't keep it afloat. And it's really kind of a sad story, actually, because the THQ games that came out after the collapse, so they're not THQ anymore, are Evolve, which I've played a fair amount. I've only done, 10 episodes or something of, and I don't know that I'll do any more. I haven't had any desire to play that game again since the last time. But Evolve, South Park and the Stick of Truth. Oh man, I was hoping I could alt tab out of that and it would show. I could pull up on YouTube or whatever, but I don't even have my phone nearby me, so I can't pull it up. But yeah, a lot of their games that came out after the company collapsed and other people had bought them up actually earned the company earned their prospective companies quite a bit of money, and they were all somewhat successes. I would say Evolve's an interesting one because people are still playing it, but whenever you watch anything and they mention Evolve, the comment they make is, "Oh, is anybody actually still playing that?" And the answer is no, not really. Evolve was a mismanaged game. I'm gonna put that actually on the publisher, on not THQ, on Take-Two, because they charge ridiculous amounts for additional content. And they're trying to compare their prices to what, if you compare what their prices are, I shouldn't say they're trying to, but if you compare to their prices to what, say, League of Legends or Dota or Heroes of the Storm, what they charge for characters, they're pretty well on par. They're pretty much about the same. And you actually get, a lot of the times you'll get more replay out of characters in Evolve, but that's still not the right pricing model. They aren't comparing themselves to that, because for starters, it's a $60 game right off the bat. It's not anymore, but it was. But yeah, that one's a shame. South Park Stick of Truth was good enough that it's meriting a sequel. They're actually re-releasing Darksiders 2 soon. In the Definitive Edition. Which is kind of like, why would you bother remaking Darksiders 2, but not the first one, or anything like that. Let's go in here, make sure that there's not anything Nope, show credits. Okay, I thought there might be extras. But alright, everybody. If you buy this game on Steam, it actually does come with a comic book. And the soundtrack. I don't know, the soundtrack is good for what it is. It's serviceable for the game, but I don't think it's particularly memorable. But if you disagree, then if you buy the game, you should be able to get the soundtrack as well. But I want to thank everybody for watching, and we might start up Darksiders 2, or we might move on to another series. So stay tuned, and we will be back to go over that. You'll find out. Thanks for watching.